Hey everybody out there in quarantine land, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. We are. We've been busy trying to get some things ready for you to do at home. These are some little animals that we cut out of 2-inch wood, otherwise pieces that probably when we are building furniture would get trashed or burnt. And we had done this project. I'd helped with my mom. She was a painter for years. And she had a little shop, and we had done something similar to this 30 years ago. So we thought we'd bring this little idea back, see how it works. These are little critters that sit on a shelf and look cute. You can sit them on a windowsill. Hey, you can sit them wherever you want to. But they're cute little critters, and we thought it might be a fun project for you to do at home with your kids, by yourself, whoever wants to do it, a little something to kill time while we are all quarantined. So I'll show you what's gonna come in the mail. You'll get your box in the mail, and you will have a choice of either getting 1 or 2, or as many as you want, but we can fit 2 of these in a kit. So this is what you'll get in the mail. Everything you need to do your shelf critter. So you open up your box, and in it you are going to have a Ziploc bag. It contains 2 pieces of sandpaper, one a little rougher than the other. Contains your brush, contains your 2 cloths. It contains your choice of, there's going to be 6 different colors of paint, so it'll contain your choice of paint. It'll contain the antiquing gel. And a Ziploc bag, do what you want to with that, make a sandwich, eat it later. And also in your box, it contains your critter. Don't hurt your critter. Okay, so with wrapping aside, and with your critter, you get a puppy pee pad. Because these things pee. No, they don't. They don't pee. That's one nice thing about them. But these work perfect to do a project. So, look at that. Your mailman stops. You have everything you need to kill hour and a half of time, whatever you want to. And then when you're done, you have something cool. Sit on your shelf. When you're finished with them, if you do them with your kids, have your kids sign, date it. You know, when they're 80 years old, they can say, I made this while I was quarantined for Corona. You know, just something fun to do. But this is going to be your project. So we're going to start out. Grab your paint. Some of the best paint you're ever going to use. I carry this here in the shop, and Sean and I love it. It's magnificent. So you'll get enough paint to do your project. What we're going to do, go ahead, dip in, and we're going to start painting. We're going to cut here for just a second so we can zoom in so you can get a little closer look. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So now you can see a little closer what we're going to do. This is just common sense. You guys have all done this, but I figured I'd show you. We're going to take your paints. This paint covers extremely well. And if you're going for the look that we have here, it's the look that I like. It's the look that sells the best from the shop. We have actually sold a lot of these during quarantine. People getting a hold of us, and we're doing curbside pickup. We have sold them finished, and we have sold them unfinished. So we can do the same thing with these kits. If you're interested in one of these critters done up to sit in your windowsill to look cute, finished, we can do that. We can ship that out to you. If you're interested in one to do as a project at home, we can do that. We'll ship it out to you. The only difference is when you get just the plain animal, that's what you get. If you want the kit, you're going to get everything I showed you here to start out with. So, and like I said, there's enough paint in here to do your animal. And you guys have painted, so you paint how you paint. I never use gloves. I don't like gloves, so it is what it is. I get it on me and try not to get it on the table or chairs or furniture, or then you're gonna have to call us to redo your furniture too. Seriously though, just get your coat of paint on here. You can see it covers really, really well. And this paint is wonderful. You throw it on, it doesn't take long to dry. The nice thing with this is it's like a milk paint. It's a, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a milk paint, but it's pre-mixed. And when you're finished painting, you take your fine sandpaper and go over it, and it just makes it as smooth as butter. It really makes a nice finish, and it's very, very, very durable. This is actually one of the best paints you can use for doing kitchen cabinets, furniture, anything like that. And I do, when I'm antiquing like this stuff, because I want the knots, as you see here, I want those to show through a little bit. And when I come back and sand back off, I want to be able to sand off some of that paint, get into the natural wood grain, so when we put the antiquing glaze over top of it, I want that wood grain to show through, because I like that. Born and raised on a farm and farmhouses, and our things were nice, but they were old, they were used, they were well loved. From the houses right down to our furniture and everything, and that's sort of the look that everybody's going for now. You know, they build a new house and they rough it up because they want that farmhouse look. We didn't have to rough ours up, it got done naturally. So there we go. You're seeing I'm getting them coated, getting some paint on my fingers. That's why we sent you a couple rags. But you'll have your own too, and you'll need these for antiquing. So you can see I've got him pretty well coated. Gonna finish up the front, down the front here. Once I get finished up down the front, once I get this all done, then we're gonna let him dry. And that'll probably take 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on what your temperature is, what your humidity level is in the house. It can vary a little bit. And also, then while I'm letting him dry, I'm going to take this brush that you're going to get in your kit, and I'm going to go over to the sink here, and I'm going to wash it out because we're going to need it for the antiquing. But you can see pretty good here how well he's covered. You know, and like I said, you've got brush strokes, you've got some knots, some wood grain showing through. That's what's going to create the antique character of your critter when it's done. Or if you want to, and you don't like antiquing, there's enough paint here. Let this dry and give it a second coat, and you're done. So we're going to pause for a little bit, and I'll be back and show you the antiquing. Okay guys, rabbit is dry, paint's dry, ready to go. We're gonna sand him, get him ready to antique. So I will show you my method of sanding him off, getting worn so that it looks old and ready for the antiquing. So we'll start that right now. All right, the rabbit's dry, paint's all dry, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna show you how we antique it, get it ready, sand it off. I try to do a few highlights, so I'll show you as I'm sanding where I highlight, so that when you get the antiquing finished, it actually has some detail to it. So we'll start that right now. Okay, I'm gonna start off, you'll have two pieces of sandpaper in here. You'll have a 120 grit and you'll have a 280 grit. The 120 is your more coarse, this is your more fine. We'll use the fine grit for later. I'm going to take the 120, fold it in half again. That helps you get ready to do the detailing. what I'm going to do is start going around the rabbet on the high spots. And that's what you want to try and do. Anytime you're antiquing, you want to go for the high spots. You think about it. If you have something like this as a painted surface and it has a high spot, the first wear point is going to be where that high spot is. So that's what you're trying to do to make it look realistic. You'll see some of this stuff that people were antiquing, even furniture. You'll have a buffet. Somebody does a buffet, they paint the whole thing, and right square in the middle of a drawer is a great big worn off spot where it would typically never get wear. So anytime you're doing any antiquing or work like this, you want to try and make it look as authentic as you can. So we're just going around, roughing off the high spots. Actually, when I get to his tail, I'm going to take a little more off here in a circular motion. And you can see, I'll show you here in a second, what it does. When I go off in that circular motion, I'm going to wear through sort of where his tail is. Now this is going against the grain of the high spots, but again, we're doing something a little different. I do that circular motion so it shows his tail. It highlights his tail a little bit. Same with up here around where his little hip would be. I might take the sandpaper and I'm going to wear off here a little bit where his leg would normally be. And then keep going around all the high spots. You can smooth them off a little bit. There truly is no right, there's no wrong. And specifically on this. Now I will be posting some videos here shortly, specifically since I started carrying farmhouse paints. That's what we use here in the shop to do our furniture. So I will be doing some videos showing some of the furniture we do and techniques with that. So every now and then check back with us and follow up, see what's new. So I'm not going to bore you through this whole sanding process. You can see I'm gonna finish sanding and I'll come back and show you the antiquing. Somebody wanted me to introduce them. This is Sophie, the shop dog. She's our little hot dog, and she follows us wherever we go. If you stop in the shop when we're open, you might get to see her. She's pretty verbal. She likes to talk. And then I just wanted to show you one little thing. See this little hot dog here? You see if this little hot dog reminds you of that little hot dog. Sophie was the inspiration for that hot dog. So there's our shop dog. Okay, I have him sanded with the 120. Good, basically got all the high spots. Did a little focus here on the tail so it shows up. You can see he's sanded on both sides. Now what I'm going to do is take the fine grit paper, the 280, and I'm just going to go over it real gentle. And basically just do the whole thing with 280. And what this does, you'll see once you do it, what it does is it just smooths this paint out really, really nice. It's one of the nicest, smoothest feelings. I can't describe it other than it just makes a very subtle, smooth paint job. And it's nice too because it gives it a little bit of a matte satin finish. Okay, Okay, so there we go. And you can see, and it just comes off a little dusty. Once you have it sanded, you can feel there's no rough spots. Real nice and smooth. There you can see what I've done. You can see the wood grain, like the high grains are showing through. The high spots are showing through around the edges. I got his tail to stand out on both sides. Like here, a little bit of the knot, this knot showing through. So it sort of like looks like a natural wear. So the next step is antiquing. I'm going to show you how to do that. So we'll just continue on with the antiquing. What I do is I dust him off. And that's why when we package these, we package them with everything you need so that when they come in the mail, you open up your box and basically you're ready to go. The only other thing that I could think that you would need would maybe be a few paper towels or a rag to clean up, but again, you're ready to go. Your antiquing gel is here. I cleaned my brush out from the white paint. You just take your antiquing gel and start and just brush over your entire project with the antiquing gel. And it's real nice. Once you get it on, it'll go on somewhat dark. You can see here, that little crack. What you want to do is get that filled up with antiquing gel. Take your brush, work that in, because that's a natural indentation in the wood, and over time it would have filled up with dirt and grime and what do you have from the years. So that's how you get your antique look. When you're sanding, you want your high spots to come off. When you're antiquing, you want your low spots to be filled in. And that's the trick to it. Because you know if you have something that's sort of rough and it's been painted and you've had it for however many years, the dirt and the grime gets into those low spots and stays in there and it's hard to scrub out. So you want to mimic the same thing when you're trying to create that old look. We're just coating him good with the antiquing gel. And again, at home, you grab your gloves or whatever you have. I don't like gloves, so I just don't wear them, but you do what makes you feel best. And this is all water-based. Water cleanup, very easy to use. Extremely low VOC. And it's non-toxic. I mean, as non-toxic as paint can be. Let's use some common sense and I wouldn't eat any of it. You know, so. Then what you're going to do is grab one of the rags that came with your kit and you start wiping this off. And I usually go in some circular motions. And you can see right away what it does. The natural low spots in the wood piece collect all the antiquing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do both sides, get them buffed off. Just keep rolling your rag around. And yes, I know I've got it all over my fingers, but it doesn't scare me. I'm going to wash them, my hands right behind me here on the sink as soon as I get this project finished. But again, look in the low spots. That's where you see that natural character of the wood. And that's what you want, because when this is done, my favorite look is a piece that looks like it's been, you know, it looks like it was my grandparents' hand cut out rabbit that they played with when they were kids. And I'm sentimental that way. I like all my family heirlooms and pieces, so when I'm creating a piece, I try to recreate that look. And this is definitely a fun project to do with your kids. I might even borrow my grandkids here a day or two and have them up and do a project with them. But this is definitely a fun project to do with your kids. You know, make sure you supervise, use common sense. Don't hand them the paint. Say, here, go paint your rabbit. Come back in 2 hours and start flipping out because your walls are painted, your floor's painted, your table's painted. Remember, we're the adults. So help them out, supervise them, work together with them. That's actually how I learned to do everything. I worked with my parents, my grandparents, and I love it. Those are the best memories I have. So again, when it comes to the mail, don't say, here, get out of my hair, go paint your bunny, and come back in an hour and a half and be squawking because your kitchen's painted. Not gonna have it. So, and this antiquing gel is really nice. You can see I'm sort of being cautious, just holding it with the palm of my hand. I don't want to get, it stays a little damp, just for a little bit. You know, but it buffs off extremely nice. I can't even begin to express how awesome these paints are and the systems. We are a dealer for farmhouse paints, and they're just, I mean, it's phenomenal. So there we go. I have him pretty well done. I'm not showing any fingerprints. Buffing his ear good here. Okay. I think I have him pretty well done. What I'm going to do is just hold him over. It only takes a little while to dry, but I'm going to be holding him over. You can see all the natural grain of the woods coming through, you know, on the back, front, down in the corners of his ears and his mouth. You know, you've got some of that antiquing left there to highlight his features. So there we go. We got them all done. I love this. That's where a natural knot is in the wood, and that antiquing lays in it, so it makes him look old. So there we go. We have a project done. So I'm going to show you now what animals we have available. Okay guys, I'm going to show you what we have available. All these are going to be available on our website. Go to our website, go to Instagram, Facebook. It'll be on there, our contact information, prices, and everything will be there. They're available to ship. We can ship them. We can do curbside pickup, whatever you need. We're also going to be doing some videos through the store because we have, right now I think we have like 25 more days of this for sure here in Pennsylvania. So it's sort of mind-boggling, but it is what it is. We got to adapt. So we're at Hemlock Lane Designs, we're adapting. We're still building furniture, custom pieces. We actually have a good many custom orders right now. So we're still building custom furniture. But for some reason, when you're quarantined, it's not easy to go in the house and sit down like it is when you're free. I don't know what that is, but I find that problem. So the honey makes supper at night, and then I'm bored and I can't sit there and watch TV, and Sean and I come to the shop, and this is what we started to do in the evenings. We're cutting out these little quarantine creatures. I don't want you, there are little quarantine critters. And we've had them in the shop. We've had bunnies and other things in the shop as accents, and they've sold extremely well. We've got phone calls and contacts. We've been doing them curbside pickup, and we have shipped some out. So we just thought we'd do a video, show you how to do them. We're doing them as a kit. The kit comes, you'll get your box in the mail here, okay? And in the kit is everything you need. You know, you pick out your animal. You either pick out the chubby little dachshund, who our inspiration was our own chubby little dachshund. You pick out the cat. You can pick out the sitting rabbit, the cardinal, little bird, I don't know, chirpy little bird, or the standing up rabbit. So there's 6 right now. And we'll be cutting out more. If you have any suggestions, get a hold of us. Tell us what you'd like to see cut out. We'll cut out a full-size horse if you want it. No, I don't know about that. But get a hold of us. Like I said, everything will be on the website. Prices, what it takes to ship them out and get them ready. But again, when you get your kit, I showed you the box. You get your pad to do them on so you're not marking up furniture. You get your paint color that you choose, and your paint colors are this brown, light pink's on the cat, red is on the canary, this green, pale green is on this chirpy little bird. We have white on the sitting rabbits, and up here we have a blue. So, so you get to pick your animal and your color. And I can tell you, because of shipping, we're doing priority because shipping's a sort of a pain and trying to get prices right. We're doing priority boxes. If you get two, it's much more economical because they will fit in there, and it's just a more economical price if you get two. But we will ship as little as as many as 500 if you want to paint 500 critters. Give us a little time, we got to do some cutting. No, seriously, these are just projects that we thought would be fun to do at home, whether by yourself, with your grandkids, invite grandma over if she don't have anything, you know. Just kidding. Just be safe out there. But we wanted to give you an option for the boredom. So thanks for watching. Stop back, check in with us. We'll be doing videos. I'm going to do videos on furniture painting with the paints we have here we sell from the shop. Best paint you can ever possibly use for furniture. So just check back our YouTube channel. We're new at this. This is my first video, so we're new at it, but we're going to keep it going, keep pushing on. We're going to show you the shop in some videos, maybe even do a video so that you can see what we have in here. And if you want to do some shopping, you know, contact us. We can, again, ship things or do curbside pickup. So just stay safe out there. Take care of each other. And we're going to get through this. Together, we're going to get through it. Thanks a lot. Bye.